Hello YouTube, the Gun Nut here. So what I'm going to review today is the Taurus TCP. First of all, check, make sure the gun is clear. You see that it is. I know it's a 380. I know a lot of people don't think much of the 380 as far as a carry gun goes. And I'm actually going to tend to agree. I would much rather have a 9mm or a 40 or a 45. The reason I picked this up as my first carry gun is when I got my concealed carry license about 16 months ago, all I had at the time was a Springfield XD, full size or service size model. It was a little too big for me to carry in most cases. So I went to the other end of the spectrum, I guess. I went and I got a very small gun. That way I made sure I could carry it anytime. But I since have upgraded my normal carry gun to a Glock 27. It's a very concealable pistol. And it's a very small gun, so the good thing is it's very easy to conceal. The bad thing is it's not as easy to shoot. Although I found that I do shoot this gun fairly well. I've added this Packmeyer grip to give it a little more fillingness to the hands. It is such a thin grip, otherwise it really is hard to hang on to for me. So I find that helps just enough. You can see it's a stainless barrel. The slide is just regular blued steel. In fact, that's one of the things that I've noticed on this gun is the finish is wearing a little bit already, but it's to be expected in a carry gun. But my Glocks basically have shown no sign of wear. Whereas this thing, I got a lot of little nicks in the finish. I also have a extended base plate for it, and I was carrying it with that, but I just found, if I'm going for maximum concealability, I actually do shoot as good with this. This doesn't add any rounds. It does give you, notice that is loaded. I'm not going to rack the slide, but you can get most of the pinky on there with that extended base plate. So if you prefer something like that, you can get that for it. I would have to say, as far as reliability goes, it's not the same as the Glock. I have had a couple of failures with it. I'm not exactly sure why. I haven't been able to really make it a consistent failure, but every once in a while it does something goofy on me, stovepipe or failure to feed. But I have to say it hasn't happened that frequent. So I trust it enough to carry it when I have to, but I definitely prefer my Glock 27. I have a couple different holsters for it. I'll go over that next. This here is a Little Fox. It's a hybrid type holster, single clip, makes it very easy on, easy off, which I like because there are places I go I can't carry, and I like having the ability to take it off fairly easily. You'll notice I actually did trim this leather myself, but I did that to get a full purchase on the grip. As it came, it was much more rounded like this, and I just couldn't get my hand in there, so I did that little modification. Works pretty good for me now. This is a DeSantis. I think if it's called a soft tuck, I believe. And this is what I had started out carrying it in. It works fine. What I didn't like about it is it didn't have as positive a retention. I did find the gun on occasion. It never fell out, but a couple times where it nearly fell out on me. And the other thing is it's thicker than this holster. So this is also DeSantis. I believe it's a Nemesis model. And I have carried it in the front pocket in this holster. I typically don't pocket carry. I haven't found that it's really the right method for me. Stuck a snap cap in the mag, loaded in the gun. Reason for using a snap cap is it says not to dry fire this particular gun. So it has a real short reset. So although the initial trigger pull is quite long, the reset very short right there. So it is a very short reset. All in all, not a bad trigger. It is a little bit harder gun to disassemble than a Glock, and I'll go ahead and show that as well. Alright, to disassemble the gun, you have to pull this pin out. I just have handy my knife here. You pull that pin out. Once you pull the pin out, the slide will slide off, and then it's typical disassembly after that. So it's not a captured spring, but it doesn't shoot out on you or anything like that. Like I mentioned, is a stainless barrel. See the inside of the slide. I'll go ahead and reassemble now. Show you what that looks like. Easiest way I've found to reassemble is to stick the pin in first and get that started. Then you get push the slide back on, and you have to push it back just a little bit to get it in all the way, and then there you go. The other thing I should point out is I did paint the front sight. It actually worked out perfect, and now my sight picture works out real well. Overall, like I said, I really like the design. Taurus has got a good design here. Execution could be improved somewhat, and making it 100% reliable is the other part of the equation. Anytime you're going to carry something, you want to be confident in it. So that's my review of the Taurus TCP. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like the review, please subscribe to the Gun Nut channel. Thanks, YouTube.